Third consecutive win for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They looked very powerful today against the Buffalo Bills.
Really on both sides of the ball. We talked about them missing 3 of their starters on defense. Marcus Stroud, Mike Peterson, Rasheem Mathis. Those other players stepped up, really kept Buffalo intact. And then on the offensive side of the ball, David Garrard, he's playing with a lot of confidence. He has them going. And Fred Taylor, he only had 14 carries, but he had 104 yards rushing. That was really the dagger for the Jags.
Last year, this Jacksonville team, Rich, was making some pretty good moves toward the end of the year. Then they fizzled in December. Do you see that same thing happening? Did they learn from last year's mistakes?
I think they have. I think the big thing is they have a healthy David Garrard who's playing with a lot of confidence right now. He looks poised. Their offense is better. They brought in Dirk Cotter, their offensive coordinator, who was the head coach last year at Arizona State. I think this offense will continue to evolve, continue to grow, and they did a much better job today in the passing game. They look more explosive.
A couple things on Buffalo as we switch to the team that now drops to 5-6. Their quarterback, J.P. Lossman, he said this was a make-or-break game for him. Where does he stand after today?
They have some problems there, and that's something that they have to get addressed. They're not getting the production, the consistency they need at that position. Do they go with Trent Edwards? I don't know, but they're not getting it done with J.P. Lossman. The 2 interceptions today really came at a bad time in the red zone, just not seen out in front of throws. That's not something you'd expect from a veteran quarterback.
And as we wrap it up, let's talk about the Bills overall. Where do they stand? Like we said, 5-6. A lot of competition in this AFC to make those 2 wild card positions.
Yeah, I don't know that they'll make the wild card. I think this was a critical game for them today, but I will say this about Dick Duran and his football team. These players, they continue to compete. They play hard. They're a resilient bunch, but the loss today really set them back.
And that's the story here from Jacksonville. Tune in next weekend for more NFL action on CBS. Our coverage begins at noon Eastern with the NFL Today. And throughout the week, stay on top of all the NFL news, the latest moves by the teams, and coverage from around the league at CBSSports.com. Good night from Jacksonville.